Kratos. What's immortal than a god? This man single-handedly killed every demigod and god in Greek mythology. Along with that, this video will give you an in-depth explanation as to why Kratos from the God of War franchise has PTSD. The person who was the captain of the Spartan army turned into the servant of Ares, and then in his anger decides to kill the entire Greek pantheon. And you can't tell me that this guy doesn't have PTSD. What is PTSD? PTSD, also known as post-traumatic stress disorder, is a disorder that is commonly diagnosed to those who have gone under extremely stressful situations and/or traumatic events, such as those experiencing war or an abusive relationship. Some of these symptoms, according to PTSD, according to the Mayo Clinic, are as following: intrusive memories, avoidance, negative changes in thinking and mood, changes in physical and emotional reactions, and a lot more. And of these symptoms, Kratos actually shows many of them across the 15 games he is in, which, are typically caused by the traumatic and stressful events he has been involved in.
Kratos. Zeus.
Zeus?
My father.
Your father was Zeus? Well, that explains a lot.
What is that place?
Never go there. Understand?
Wow. Now, if you didn't know, Kratos is the bastard son of Zeus, and this scene means a lot to Kratos and the fans of the God of War series, as the last time you saw Zeus, this happened. So it kinda means a lot. But now the reason we see this illusion happen is because this is the realm Helheim. Helheim is one of the 9 realms where criminals and monsters go to relieve their past and reflect on themselves for all of eternity. Kratos, being a monster himself, is able to get these visions, but only he is able to see them. This is revealed later, as shown in this clip.
Come on, we gotta go!
You saw. Boy. Before. When you saw.
I didn't see anything.
Our next symptom is avoidance. Avoidance in the context of PTSD is to avoid places, activities, or people that remind you of the event and to avoid thinking or talking about the event. This specific symptom can be encountered in this scene when Kratos finds a relic of his past.
What'd you find?
Now, as to why he destroys the pot, it could be that it has to do with his past, or it could be he doesn't want his son to see the pot and ask questions, or he's trying to avoid any connections to his past at all costs. The next symptom is difficulty maintaining relationships. This symptom is commonly shown with how Kratos attempts to connect with his son, Atreus. But then ultimately fails.
Would not be denied.
As to why Kratos cannot connect to his own son, it could be that when Kratos was under the servitude of Ares, Ares tricked Kratos into killing his own family.
In that instant, the glory he had reveled in turned to horror. The image of his two final victims would stay with him for all his days. With that act, Kratos knew he could no longer serve his master. He had but one calling now, the death of Ares. He would murder the god of war. Even in death, the memories, the visions would not fade. For how could he forget spilling the blood of his own family? A cruel trick orchestrated by the god of war.
My wife, my child, how? They were left in Sparta.
You are becoming all I'd hoped you'd be, Kratos. Now, with your wife and child dead, nothing will hold you back.
This is a big one for Kratos. The symptom of changes in physical and emotional reactions
Now there is
include
no hope.
self-harm,
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece.
and trouble sleeping. But the most major symptom is angry outbursts or aggressive behavior. This symptom is actually used as a fundamental gameplay ability in nearly all God of War games, and is called the Rage of Sparta. This ability is used in-game to allow Kratos to deal more damage, self-heal, and take less damage. This ability most likely came about due to all the hatred and rage that Kratos has towards Ares. Yet the most interesting part is that Kratos, in the God of War comic book series #1, actually tries to control his rage by learning self-control. The Rage of Sparta is then able to be used in God of War 4, when Kratos' son, Atreus, is endangered.
Stay back!
Diagnosing Kratos with PTSD does not require a psychologist. It is an obvious fact. Every event in Kratos' life must have been trauma-inducing, and it is evident in the mere change in Kratos' tone when he sees Zeus in Helheim. He is clearly scared that he doesn't want Atreus to die by the hands of the Norse gods, as he would have failed to save his family again from them. Kratos learned from a young age to hate the gods when his brother Deimos was stolen from Kratos. Yet the scene speaks a million words.
Freya! Open the door! We need your help! Woman, do you hear me? It is urgent!
I'm still a god. Go away.
The boy has fallen ill! Freya!
Kratos hates the gods. He doesn't trust them, but in this one instant he needs the gods to save his child from his sickness. To reason this means he is simply being a good father and saving his son, but on top of that, he could be trying to save his family from his old family's demise. All his life he has seen trauma. All of his life he has been reminded of trauma. He tried to kill himself, yet he cannot, as he is a god of war. He cannot leave his past, and he must live with it.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
I know.